sketch element that intersects with already created geometry. A rib cannot be added alone and is primarily used to create support for a model, especially in plastic injection molded parts. For this example, I have a router that is almost complete. I'll hide the top component and add supports to one of the central cylinders by using the rib command, then patterning it around the cylinder. To launch the rib command, you can go to the Create drop-down menu from the top menu and select Rib. I already have a sketch for the rib prepared, so I'll show it from the Sketches folder. Then zoom in on the cylinder with the sketch. With the command active, the first thing I need to select is the curve. The curve is the sketch element that will serve as the base of the rib and should be a single line or curve, not a closed profile. The only requirement for the curve is that it needs to intersect with solid model geometry in both directions. So, in order to make the rib more robust, I recommend drawing the line so it directly intersects with the model. With the curve selected, I'll skip down to the thickness option. The thickness defines how thick the rib will be and can be set either from the dialog box, the floating window, or the drag arrow. The thickness options will determine if the set thickness is applied symmetrically to both sides, or only in one direction. If one direction is selected, you can switch the side the sketch material is added to by making the thickness negative, or by dragging the handle in that direction. For this example, though, I'll use the symmetric thickness option and set the thickness to 0.7 millimeters. The two depth options are to next, which is currently active and adds material for the rib up to the next piece of geometry it hits, and depth. I'll switch to depth. And notice a new field, depth, is added to the dialog box. This field controls the size of the rib and can be adjusted from the dialog box, the floating window, or with the new drag handle. I'll switch the depth options back to next and go to the flip direction toggle. Toggling this button will flip the side material is added on, and while it can be used in depth mode to change the positive and negative directions, it is the only way to flip the direction when to next is selected. I'll make sure the rib is pointed toward the cylinder. Then press OK to create the rib. To pattern the rib around the cylinder, I'll go to the Create drop-down and activate the Circular Pattern command. For the objects, I'll select the rib feature from the timeline. Choose the outside of the cylinder for the axis, increase the quantity to 4, and click OK. Using the rib command is a quick and effective way to add support to a model, and since it only needs a single line sketch as a base, setting it up is often a simple process. The web command, like the rib command, is used to create geometry from sketch curves that